View transitions have been supported in both Astro and modern web browsers for a while now, but you may be still asking, how do I incorporate these in a tasteful way? Well, today I want to show you a little nav bar navigation that you can add to your site today using view transitions in Astro. You ready? Let's go. Hey, what's up? My name is Chris and welcome to Coding in Public. All right, so here's the navigation I want to show us. You can see here that as I click around, everything's just going to slide back and forth. And I want to talk about how to accomplish something like this. Now, a lot of times view transitions, you can do it in a bad way where like the entire screen is moving back and forth. We don't want to do that. So let's look at the current code. All right, so here's the actual code here that we have, the starting code. And you can see as I click around, it's just going to be a different route depending on which page I'm currently on. Okay, so this is what we currently have. Looks like I got some CSS issues that I could probably fix there as well. Okay, but you can see that they all share this common nav route, and we're just checking to see if it's the current route based on the actual href. Then I'm setting aria current, which is the right accessibility practice here, to either page or undefined if it's not the current page. Now you could actually style the tailwind classes the same way, but since I'm already checking is active, I just checked it off of that. All right, so if it's active, add these. If it's not active, add these. And this is how the page is currently built. So how do we add view transitions to this? Well, it's really easy in Astro. You can do this without Astro, of course, as well. Other frameworks support this. The actual browsers support this as well, but Astro makes it really easy. You just have to import this client router component right here. And as soon as I do that, you'll notice as I click, it now kind of fades between these. So something is already happening here. So that's good. The next step we need to do though is think about how we want this to move. Now, currently the way I have this set up is probably the way you would have it set up, where you've got padding around it and you're just selecting like a different background. But if I want this background to be independent, now I need to think through that. So here I am, I can actually change a couple of things. So let's change this. First of all, I'm going to add some bigger gap spacing here. And then let's change this as well. We'll do like, I don't know, 0.5 here. And then I want to change some of this detail. So I don't want to have any of this stuff on the actual is active. Instead, I'm going to have a separate component, a little span that will hold that navigation. All right, so I'm going to pull my span here and you can see that I've just got this absolute position and it's inset 0 and all the rest of this. Okay, so this is all kind of outside of the actual flow of the document because it's the span as an absolute positioned item. Obviously, I don't want this thing to be on all of them, so I can use that same is active, and then I'll drop that span in. So let me paste this back in because I don't think that's correct. There we go. Okay, when helping is not helping. Get out of here, AI. Okay, so now only this one shows, and as I click around, you'll see that that's exactly what happens. Now here, in order for this to move around, I need to actually identify this between different pages. The way this works is the browser takes a snapshot of the old page, and it takes a snapshot of the new page, and it animates between them. So I can actually identify things on the old page and the new page that are the same thing, and then it will animate that nicely. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to come over here. We're just going to add a transition name here. Now this is actually just a CSS thing. It's going to include just in a style tag when you actually render this. So you can do this in CSS as well without Astro if you want to. That's totally fine. We can call this whatever we want. We'll call it like active, I don't know, span. How about that? All right, so now it has a name, and just like that, now if I click around, you'll notice it just moves around for me, just like that between these different states. And as I change position, the view transition that's happening in the browser handles diffing between these old and new states. So just a little touch like that can be really helpful. And I've actually done this before on my blog. Here's my actual blog, chrispennington.dev, and here's dark mode. Let's change to light mode. So it looks similar. You can see that as I click around, this is what happens. It kind of moves between these items. So view transitions can be really tasteful if they're done right. And this is one little touch that I found recently that I like because it seems more alive and active and like you're actually interacting with the site, not jumping hard between certain routes. There's a lot more to do with view transitions, especially how you handle JavaScript, client-side JavaScript. You have to make sure that you're actually listening, not just to the window being loaded itself, but to the actual Astro like load name. There's a bunch of other things you can do there with different event types. So if you're interested more in all of that, check out the video here at the end of the video. All right, thanks so much. We'll catch you in the next one. Happy coding.